Hello ladies and genitals, Horizon here, coming at ya, coming through. And I finally got my first nuke. Before I got this gameplay, my highest kill streak was 24, and I would always choke or die to some BS. I remember a 20 kill streak I was on and I shot this guy first, but then he just sprayed and he headshotted me, and I was instantly melted. Or another time where it felt like I should have lasered this player but my aim assist wasn't working. This all could be excuses, like maybe I was nervous or shaky, but at the time it definitely felt like the game was rigged in a way. This nuke took me about 3 months to get. I only recently tried going for a nuke this month and it actually happened. So if you enjoy this video, please leave a like and comment below and I will feature you in my next video. So in this video, I kinda want to give some tips and tricks on how to get your first nuke. And as much as I want to give tips on what guns or perks you should be running, I definitely want you guys to realize that the nuke is very difficult to get and requires some skill and luck. For example, you kinda need the perfect lobby, and what do I mean by the perfect lobby? You're going to need to be lucky enough to get into a lobby with a few bad or low leveled players. And I already know what you're thinking, Gustavo. The SBMM in this game is thicker than Rock Lee's eyebrows. Look, I know, but you're going to need to get a lobby where you feel like you can get a nuke. And how will you know you can get a nuke? It's really your experience. You can tell when you're going against mega sweats and you know the nuke isn't going to happen. But there are also other times where you know you're playing against some bona fide scrubs. It also depends on what game mode and map you prefer. Like me, I absolutely hate Ground War. I cannot play that game mode for my life. However, I know a lot of people who love Ground War. So I prefer to play the normal Call of Duty game modes. We want to be playing our favorite game mode and maps where we feel the strongest in. There are some obvious game modes like Search and Destroy, which probably isn't the best place to try to get a nuke. When you're going out for the nuke, I recommend slowing your pace down, especially when you're on a high streak. On my failed attempts, I realized I was rushing and playing extremely predictable, and it caused me to die off possible nukes. Obviously, each game is different, and in some situations, you're gonna have to speed up and get those kills quickly before the match ends. Overall, take your time. If you need to camp, camp. Everyone does it, so don't feel guilty. My next tip is to use the best weapons and perk combinations. I really recommend using weapons like the MP5, MP7, AUG, M4A1, RAM, Kilo, etc. And for your perks, I always rock EOD and Ghost, and whatever you really want for the third perk slot. I prefer Shrapnel, so I can start with 2 mines. In this video, you can see me rocking the AUG. The reason I was using it was to get gameplay for my AUG review video. Again, it is up to you on what you want to rock. For the kill streaks, you can use the personal radar, UAV, and advanced UAV setup. The reason I don't use that setup is because I think specialist is a little bit more useful for me. It also makes me feel like a cracked Superman. Another reason why I don't use the support kill streaks is because it helps my team. I know this sounds selfish, but we're going for a nuke here, and you want as many kills to yourself as possible. My final tip is don't play too predictable. Apart from some BS, I believe this is one of the reasons why I kept dying off the nuke. I want you to scare the shit out of somebody. I want you to shoot him in the front, back, above, from the window, or if you're hacking, the floor. But in all seriousness, the reason why you want to be unpredictable is because if your opponent knows what you're trying to do, they will hunt you down. You might be thinking, oh, I can put a claymore or mine. Sure, you might kill 1 or 2 players, but when 3 or 4 players are trying to end your streak and get revenge, there is literally nothing you can do. So you want to limit the amount of players you face unless you are well protected. Play smart. Play like straight up cancer. Use angles where only you can hit them and they can't hit you. Predict where they will go and place mines. Pre-aim areas on where you think they will spawn and show up. And most importantly, trick them so they think you're going where they think you are. but you're not really there and you kill them from a window across the map. Or if they do know where you're at, blast them with a 725 or a snake shot cheese. That's it for my tips, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and you will get your first nuke with my tips. It kind of makes me a little sad because I was feeling like the man getting my nuke and it felt good, but at the same time a guy on the other team didn't have a good time, and it is definitely the reason why SBMM exists. It really made me think like, yeah, I nuked this guy and his team, and this guy was probably thinking I was playing like straight up cancer. Yeah, so that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. And I know you guys are like, wow, I'm going to get a nuke now. But remember, nukes take time to get. If you feel like you can't get a nuke, try, and if you fail, keep trying, but also see if you're skilled enough to get one. If not, try to get better by getting better map knowledge, or knowing the spawns, learn some dirty angles, or go into a private match and work on your movement. And when you get so good you're only going against sweats and can't get that god lobby, just reverse boost. Other than that, ladies and genitals, go get a nuke. You can do it.
It's finished. We have done it.
Holy shit, that sucked. 37 in one death. 37 in one.